What is up, everybody? This is Hainsey's Cave Talk. I'm your host, Chris Haynes, a.k.a. Hainsey. Episode 35. I can't believe I'm here. Back with the co-host, Jason Babella.
That's right. Man. The one and only, baby. The one and only co-host in all of America.
We are showing dedication to you guys because it is absolutely beautiful. We could be outside drinking. We're inside drinking for the content, and I hope you guys enjoy. We're going to have a good time. Hopefully you guys get some laughs out of it. So right now, to start the show, I'm completely blindsided because this guy won. He came in with money, which I don't know what that's about. It's 4 pennies, and he has a little...
I got a little riddle kind of joke little thing here. You guys can't see the pennies, but they're here to give him a visualization. Maybe he can answer some of these questions to this little riddle. Okay. Penny number 1.
Penny number 1.
You know what? I might have to go to my phone.
Oh, see, he doesn't even know. All right, so while he's being stupid...
I got this.
Real
right?
quick, we got the top 5 coming up. I got some requests online we're going to go through. I got to keep 5, cut 5. We're going to talk about NFL free agents. Okay, now that he has it, let's get back to it.
I think I got it. I'm trying to memorize it. I didn't drink too much before I got here. So anyways, with 4 pennies we got here. The number 1 penny right here.
Okay.
Does it have a smell?
No.
Well, there is a scent.
No, 1 cent. All right.
You got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, penny number 2. Do you see a fruit?
I see 2 cents.
You don't see the pear?
I don't see a pear. A pear of what?
Pennies. A pear. A fruit.
A pear.
It's a pear.
A pear. I'm
Yes.
thinking like a pair
I know,
of
but just
socks.
Would you go with the joke, the funny joke?
Okay.
It's a
pear.
pear.
P-A-R.
So anyways, there's a pear.
Okay.
3rd penny.
3rd penny.
You see any snakes?
I see no snakes.
You don't see 3 copperheads?
I see 3 copperheads. See, he's really, really
Nah, he's not very smart. He has not answered one yet. Now the 4th penny.
good.
Do you see any cars? Very simple.
Do I see any cars?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
What do you see?
I don't know. What is it? What's the answer?
4 Lincolns.
Oh, wow.
You know what? How is he the host of this show? Now, there's one more question, and maybe you can get this. Do you see any pussy?
Just the one I'm looking at right now.
Do you see any pussy?
No.
Well, you're not going to see any for 4 cents, motherfucker. That's just a funny little riddle, that's all.
Okay, if we're going to do little riddles, I'm going to do a dad joke for you, okay?
There you go.
All right, there's a set of nuts, okay? Set of nuts. They're playing tag. What does one nut say to the other?
Okay, there's 2 nuts.
Yep, they're playing tag.
They're playing
What's
tag.
the one nut that's chasing the other nut say to the other?
Are you hanging lower than me?
I'm going to cash you.
Oh! That's a fun. That's why we're not comedians.
Yeah, we'll be here all night.
Yeah.
All right, we killed it. Well, all right, so what do you want to get into right now? I have the alarm set. We're going to be doing buzzer beater questions. We're definitely not going to be doing like a comic set because that was a 3 out of 10 at best.
Well, I don't know. My pennies I thought was pretty good, by the way.
I didn't even plan on saying a dad joke, but I had to say something because you did.
Well, like I said, the pennies, I thought maybe you'd get one of those answers right. I actually got one right when Carrie asked me that.
Oh, yeah?
I actually got the Lincolns, and I might have got the Copperheads, but of course you got nothing, and whatever. Just
all right, so to get into the sports aspect, NFL free agency was started on Monday, and man, the list goes on and on. I have a ton of people to talk about. We'll get into the Steelers when you want to get into the Steelers. But our opening segment has been for the last few weeks. Let's get into a keep 5, cut 5, okay? This week's topic, keep 5, cut 5, stadium foods or drinks.
stadium foods or drinks.
Yeah. Okay. There'll be a couple drinks on this list.
Okay.
And just so I don't lose track, I wrote them down.
It's online.
All right. So number 1, now you're at a baseball game, football game, something. You're just popcorn. Where does popcorn?
Can I ask you one thing before what I could keep and not keep?
I don't really want.
Well, I have
questions
to
in this
ask.
segment.
I have to. How much money do I have? I mean, I have to. I mean, do I have 300 or 200?
I'm buying. Okay?
Oh, you're buying.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good.
All right. So the first one is popcorn. You keeping it or you getting rid of it?
Throw it out.
I don't like popcorn
You
either.
know, once you eat that, get stuck in your throat. You
All
drink
right.
more beer.
What about an ice cold beer? At a baseball game in the afternoon, nothing is better in my opinion. Where are you taking
Well,
it?
you know I'm not a beer drinker.
I know that.
But at the game, I have to keep a beer.
Yeah, okay. Good call. All right, the next one. How about the old-fashioned hot dog?
Pass.
All right, I mean, I can respect it. You're going to have to play this a little smart. All right, you're at a baseball game. What is one of the things that people sit down while they're watching a game and they eat? At a baseball game.
A hot dog.
Peanuts.
Yeah, and Cracker Jacks.
Yeah. What about peanuts? You keeping them? Are you keeping them? It's peanuts. It's not that
I
hard
got to
of
keep
a
5, and what have I kept so far? 1?
Yes, just
I
beer.
kept beer. No peanuts.
All right. No
Got
peanuts.
to open up the shelves and throw them everywhere.
All right.
now.
This one is an automatic keeper in my opinion. Nachos and cheese.
El Keepo.
El Keepo. All right, so we kept 2 and we got rid of 3. The next one I guarantee you're going to get rid of, and it is cotton candy.
No, toss.
Toss. Don't be looking down either. A slice of pizza.
I mean, it's my favorite food, but I've never had a piece of pizza at a ball game before. Never.
Yeah, just an extra large slice of pizza, man. Just extra, just cheese or pepperoni.
You know, when I got my nachos, toss it.
All right. All right, the next one. Ice cream, like an ice cream cone. You're at a baseball game.
Toss. It doesn't go with beer.
All right, so you can't toss it. You already got rid of 5.
That's all. That's all choices.
So
I
you're
had.
keeping ice cream. The last 2 that you have to keep because apparently you don't like any stadium foods. Ice cold Coca-Cola.
Well, if I got a little bottle of rum in my pocket,
You
that'll work out.
you
perfect.
might have a little bottle.
Yes,
Knowing
I do.
you,
Knowing me, I
rum
got
is
it
not
somewhere in
far.
my coat.
Rum is not far. And the last one, I would have kept anyways. Hot pretzel and cheese.
Yes, I would have kept that too.
So, any changes you would have made differently? Would you have kept popcorn instead of, or you would have probably kept pizza, huh?
No, probably. Yeah, because we have to have some type of food. It'd probably have been a pizza. I would have kept the pizza.
Yeah, ice cold beer would have been number 1 for me. So big weekend ahead of us. We're in the moment of right now the conference championships in basketball. Some big news happened. What was it? Wednesday or Thursday? With
Cooper Flag.
Last night, right? Thursday night.
Last night. Yep.
Cooper Flag left sprained ankle, doubtful to play the rest of the tournament. That's huge, in my opinion. I mean, they are playing some of the best basketball in the country. He's arguably the best player, and now they're without him. You know.
Well, I know one thing. I finally made a bet last night in basketball. That was like my second bet all year in basketball, and I hit 3 out of 4. But then I was going there looking at my one website I look at, but everybody's on North Carolina because Cooper Flag is out. So
No, I have Duke minus 6.5 tonight.
So beware. That's what I would go with too. I would take Duke minus 6.5 because everybody's jumping on Carolina. Yeah. Carolina's not that good, and I think Duke has enough weapons without Cooper Flag to prove a point that they can still play without him.
Right, and by the time they get to watch this and listen to it, that game will be over. So let us know in the comments if we sound like idiots or we hit a home run. First of all, before we go any further, there's a little button down there. Hit subscribe for me. Subscribe to this channel. Let's get the numbers up. I see a bunch of people watching, not subscribing and liking. All the support. I love each and every one of you, and I thank you guys. But let's just keep them numbers growing, and one day I'm going to be able to pay him. Maybe that 4 cents he just showed me, but I want to be able to give him some money.
Yeah, make sure I get that 4 cents back, by the way. And anything he pays me, I will donate. How about that?
What are you going to donate to?
Well, don't worry about it. It's a hedge fund.
All right. So it's been almost 10 minutes. It's time for us to do a shot, buddy. We ain't seen each other all week.
You're right.
Little bit of screwball.
A little bit of screwball. For 2 screwballs, we're doing screwballs.
Yeah.
Hey, cheers and cheers to March Madness.
Yes, sir.
And maybe live long and prosper.
Prosper. Oh, that was good. All right, so the buzzer's about to go off, but what I wanted to talk about is the last 17 years, we're still in college basketball. 13 number one seeds have won a national championship. Looking at the number one seeds this year, we have Auburn, projected, Auburn, Duke. If Cooper Flag's healthy, they're going to be dangerous. Houston, and then Florida. Those are the 4 projected number one seeds. In your opinion, do you think there's going to be, it's just going to continually roll, or do you think the tournament, you just never know?
I don't understand the question.
Do you think that the 4 number one seeds that I just listed have a good chance of continuing in where a number one seed is going to win the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, those 4 teams, they are the best, but you know how the tournament goes. A lot of times they get knocked off. And but like you said, how many times did they win? 13 times?
13 out of the last 17 years. Yeah.
Wow.
And
honestly, I can't see not one of them teams winning. I mean, Michigan State might be a 2 seed. Uh-oh, it's going off.
It's time. You want to go first, buddy?
You know what? I will go first. I'm gonna give you. I got 2 easy ones. I'm gonna give you one.
Do you want? I'll give you an easy one to start too.
Go ahead.
No, you
okay.
ask me.
All right. There's an NFL team that has a logo only on one side of their helmet. Who is it?
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
There you go. I knew you'd get it. Good job, bro.
Okay.
See, all right.
Mine is going to be a little bit harder than that.
Okay.
Okay. If your life depended on it, would you rather, this is choosing, would you rather survive for 24 hours being a 3-legged deer being hunted by Chuck Board, or you have 24 hours, you have to go in the lands of Mongolia and hunt the wildebeest buyers. But the kicker is, he knows you're coming. Your life depended on it. Would you rather survive for 24 hours being a 3-legged deer with the great white Chuck Board hunting you, or you got to go get the wildebeest buyers from the lands of Mongolia?
Well, I'm going to tell you, that's a tough one. Let me ask you, now, Chuck, he has all his gear, right? All his 007 gadgets and all that stuff.
Oh, cameras, the worst.
Oh, the camouflage and
and
then the deer piss and all that to fall. But the thing is, man, it would be so easy to track the wildebeest because he's a filthy fucking
but he knows you're coming. He may cover his
where's
scent.
he going to hide? I could smell him from like 6 miles.
That's true.
I mean, seriously, just his scent alone. I mean,
the land of Mongolia, here's the thing. There's only the population of 1 wildebeest buyers. So hunting it, he might stick out like a sore thumb because there's only 1 of him.
Exactly. And then trust me, no matter how far away he is, his scent will be there. But on the other hand, the overrated Chuck Board. I tell you what, I take my chances with a 1-legged deer. And I don't know if he can catch me, honestly. I have 1 leg,
so you're
one,
saying
one leg, 1 eye, 1 ear, and I can't smell. And I still think he couldn't catch me.
He's just gonna buzz arrows.
Exactly.
So what is your answer?
Well,
would you rather
I'll
be
tell
hunted?
you what, I'll take my chances with. I'm going to hunt down the wildebeest.
All right.
Just because Chuck has all those 007 gadgets of hunting, you take that away, I'd go the opposite direction and go with the 3-legged deer. But since he cheats, with all those arrows with cameras and everything on and his whatever lighted tree stands, I'll track down the stinky, filthy wildebeest. And I will kill it.
So you're saying that scent just resonates for miles, huh?
Miles and miles. And he tries to cover it up, but he can't.
All right. So
once a stinky, always a stinky.
So back to college basketball.
Yes,
all right. Let's lock back in. So we have the 3 number one seeds that are safe in my opinion is Auburn, Houston, and there was one more I was thinking.
Oh, Florida.
Well, I'm thinking
Duke.
Okay. I think those 3. I think Florida, depending on the tournament, how this plays out, Alabama could jump to number 1. Tennessee could jump to number 1. Right. St. John's. Yeah. I mean, I think the number 1 seed, the 4th number 1 seed, isn't a lock for Tennessee. Are they likely to get it? Probably, but I'm excited for this. We're what, 6 days away from our favorite holiday of the year, man.
Yeah, you're right. We've been doing this. How many years? This is like the 15th year we've been getting together for that Thursday for March Madness. It's the like I said, it's one of the greatest days of sports and ever. It really is. A great time.
And this year is going to be something special for you guys, because what you guys are going to witness, him and I, you guys won't know because we're going to be recording next Friday, but the tournament starts Thursday. Him and I are going to do a bracket. We're going to do a challenge. I'm gonna do it online on Yahoo or ESPN. I haven't figured out which one yet. We're both gonna submit. It's just gonna be him and I. It's gonna be a private thing. Whoever has the best bracket, it'll tally the score for us. Because if him and I are doing the scores, good luck. We don't. So they'll tally the scores for us.
Oh, we're gonna do it like that. I thought we was gonna do our own bracket. Maybe like whoever has the most wins all together in the tournament.
Well, it'll score it for you. So like if you have the Final Four right, it's going to be worth more than your first round picks. They score it for you. It's just whoever has the best bracket overall will.
I was thinking just a little simpler, like just do the bracket, and how many wins I got and how many wins you got, and we could do it ourselves. Say, I mean, a lot of our picks will probably be close to being the same.
Right.
But whoever has the most wins, but that doesn't matter. We can do it the way you want to.
Yeah, because all it does is the rounds mean more as it goes further.
That,
so
I like the
before
wins.
You start confusing yourself and everybody else, do you want to let the viewers and listeners know what they're going to see or hear whenever for the loser of the challenge?
Well, the loser is going to dress up as a girl on this show. Yes, you're going to wear a dress and makeup and maybe a wig or whatever. You got to choose 2 out of the 3, but you will be my bitch.
So, loser, dress, makeup, or wig. 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
All right, got to do it the whole show. Here's the thing. If it happens, I got to order my stuff. I helped him move not too long ago. He has size to the T, and I guarantee you he'll wear shoes, and you guys won't even see it, but it'll make him feel pretty. So, I'm excited. It's going to be funny, man.
Well, one thing about me, if I do lose, which I won't, I won't have to buy new clothes. I will just go to my girls' because I could probably wear about the same size as hers and we'll be fine. But I'll tell you what, though, since you had that hair all cut off and then you got them really nice white teeth, you in a long, dark wig. What color? Nice low cut.
What color would
dress.
you?
Please don't give me a blue Chewy before the show because I might have to tackle you behind this booth.
Blue Chewy. That's going to come up. A blue pill is going to come up later in the show. All right. So where do you want to go from now, buddy? What do you got on tech? You have anything to add to the show other than color?
No, I actually no. I'm just waiting for some questions and I don't know. You're the host,
buddy.
And,
What think I missed my mouth?
Oh,
That's a bit. How did I miss my mouth?
I don't know how you missed your mouth.
All right. So you have nothing right now.
I got nothing.
All right. I'll ask you a question real quick. We're gonna jump into the NFL.
Let's get to the NFL.
Who do you think plays quarterback for the Steelers next year?
I tell you what. I hate to say this, but I think Rudolph was actually a decent pickup because here's the way I look at it. The year he played, they got you into the playoffs. They scored points with him when Pickett was hurt. So you got 2 great receivers, a solid team around him. Can he get you to the Super Bowl? No, he can't. Just because there's too many other really good teams. But I think for the price that you got him for, he's doable just for this year. Then maybe get a pick next year.
Well, whenever the contract came up, they're like, I can't believe you paid that much.
I think $4 million are giving him a year.
$4 million a year. That's that's a decent backup price.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you think he's going to be the starter? I do not. I think they brought him in to be a backup. But do you think worst case scenario they'll be okay with Mason being the starter?
Yeah, but so if he doesn't start, that means they're going to get either Rodgers or Kirk Cousins.
Russell Wilson.
I
mean, Russell Wilson's met with the Giants and
But are
the Browns.
they going to pay Rudolph $4 million a year? They can get Russell Wilson, pay him $10 or $12 million each.
I'm probably going to pay him more than that. I think the going rate for a backup quarterback, a decent one that could push for a starting job. I mean, that was a safety That was a just in case pickup, in my opinion.
I tell you what I would do. I keep Mason Rudolph, keep Cal out. They got Cal Allen, right? Is there?
And he's not under contract. We have Skylar Thompson and Mason Rudolph.
That's it.
Yeah. And we're gonna have to. We're either gonna have to draft one or pick somebody else up. There's a couple rumors I've heard. I don't know if the fan. I know you're a big listener to the fan. Have they said anything on the fan about Kyler Murray?
They keep bringing it up, but they keep saying, is he even available?
Yeah, I don't know what the situation is there, but every time it seems to be locking in on Rodgers, something keeps coming up. And Kyler Murray trading for him, I have no idea where that came from. Clear out of left field. He's already under contract. He's got a big money contract. The Steelers would absorb that, obviously. If they got Kyler Murray, I would be happy. Last week, sitting here, we talked about free agents. I said, if you're a Steeler fan and you think they're going to go get DK Metcalf, you are out of your mind. I stand here. I said that whenever they were all asking a first and a third. Getting him for a second-round pick, that would help. I wouldn't take it that they're going to go get Kyler Murray, but I was wrong once. I could be wrong again.
Well, to me, for
Who?
Rodgers,
okay.
it's either Minnesota, Minnesota, the Giants, or the Steelers. It's one of them three, or he retires. That's the way I look at it.
Hold that thought, buddy. We're in buzzer beater time. Where do you want to go this time?
Well, I got a question for you. I'm going to give you another easy one.
Okay.
I'm going to make you look smarter than me today.
I appreciate it because I got
and it's hard to do.
I got one that you can mess up this time. I gave you a layup last time.
Okay, I gave you a layup last time. My God, it was ridiculous.
Why, thank you.
Okay, it'd be like Minute Bowl Duncan. That's how. Thank you.
That's how.
Okay, here's another easy one. What is the only sport that was played on the moon?
Golf.
Thank you. See what I mean? I'm a nice guy. I dummy down to the knowledge of the host. So I give you these dumbass questions. Carrie actually answered both of these questions. So you're on that level right now.
All right. So last week you gave me name the college nicknames. Remember that?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
The Chanticleers.
Okay. So
and it's a rooster.
This week I didn't make it. It's a cock, right?
Yeah. Remember, I wish you think Chuck Board would have known that answer?
I don't think so, because I don't think we can hunt him in Ohio.
You ever think Thanksgiving came, he goes, I can't wait to get my first Chanticleer? You think he would ever say that?
I thought it was a night, remember?
Yeah, night, yeah, okay. I'm just wondering if he ever said, let's go out and see who can get the biggest Chanticleer.
Yeah, maybe he has one hanging on his wall.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
I don't know.
More like a Chanticleer.
Oh, yeah, no. I would have canceled you right now. All right, so here's mine. We're getting into college nicknames. I didn't make it impossible, but it's March Madness edition. So you're going to get some college basketball schools.
Well, usually the college basketball schools' nicknames are the same as the college football, right?
Well, the schools that are famous for basketball aren't necessarily even known in the football world.
Okay, but
here's your first one.
But the answer is yes, you're right, Jason. They're the same as basketball and football.
Yes, you're right, Jason.
Okay, thank you. That's all I like to hear.
All right, first one is VCU. Do you ever see them play a football game? No. Have you watched them play 100 basketball games? Yes. What is the Virginia Commonwealth University's nickname?
I'm so mad because the Commonwealth.
No, that's Virginia Commonwealth. That's the name of the.
That's the same.
The Virginia Commonwealth University Commonwealth.
That's what the C stands for, Commonwealth.
There you go.
Oh my! I just looked at that game today too.
They played earlier today, right?
I know they did. I was just looking at the Virginia.
Chuck, it's an animal, and Chuck couldn't hunt this either.
Oh, it's an animal, Virginia.
It's an animal,
and he couldn't hunt it.
No, you want me to give you a hint? Starts with an R.
Reindeer.
All right, wrong. It's the Rams.
I knew that. I feel so dumb right now.
Okay, I'll give you an easier one.
Jeez, that was easy.
This is basketball schools. Marquette University. Dwayne Wade played for Marquette. Marquette is a nationally ranked basketball
team. They play St. John's tonight.
Yeah. What is their nickname?
Oh my God, I feel so dumb.
You are so dumb.
Marquette. Marauders?
Yep, you got it right. Golden Eagles is the answer.
Jesus Christ, that's right.
You have two more. All right,
Listen,
two more.
I missed two easy ones.
Florida Atlantic.
The Owls.
Yes, sir. Good job. Back.
Woo, woo, woo.
All right. So to finish at 500, he's not going to, but he's got a shot. Wichita State.
The Shockers.
Boom!
Well, I shocked the world by saying that answer.
Yes, you did. All right.
I'm mad. I should have got all four of them. I'm so mad. I was just looking at them games today, and I was looking at the names, and they had it right there.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. So back on the Steeler talk.
Okay.
Back to football. All right. Quarterback. My thoughts. I think the best option is to bring back Russell Wilson. Are they? I'm not sure. What I think is happening is I think they're all in on Rodgers. They have the contract. Everything's set, ready to go. And they're waiting on this crazy dude to say if he's coming or not. You can't blame Russell Wilson. He's got to get a job. He's going out and he's visiting these other teams. I think they just need to say, all right, Rodgers, you got till so-and-so because we can't miss on both of those. I think we have to go get one of them. I would be okay with Rodgers. I would be. You should hear the people that I work with. They absolutely hate Aaron Rodgers, and that's fine. I want Russell Wilson, but I'll take either one of them. I think the weapons, if George Pickens isn't a headache, it's going to be a good offense to play with.
Now, you wouldn't want Rudolph for your starter?
No.
Let me ask you. Let me question.
Only in December.
Let me ask you this. So, Rudolph, Rodgers, Russell Wilson. What do you think your win?
The ceiling?
The ceiling.
Okay.
With either quarterback.
Well, if they settle with Mason Rudolph, I think they're going to be in like a 6-11, 5-12.
No, see, I don't believe that. I think their defense and the talent around them, I think they're around that because their schedule's won't be nearly as hard as last year.
See, I see our offensive line. If they improve, if they're better, you could be right because Mason Rudolph is a statue. He's going to stand and hold on to the ball a little too long, and he launches it. That's why I say Rodgers would be okay. He's not as mobile as he used to be, but he gets rid of it quick.
Yeah, but he gets quick and throws interceptions, too.
28 touchdowns, 11 picks last year. That's not bad.
Well, I tell you what, those 11 picks were all the games I bet on them.
I don't think the Jets' offense is very good. That's what's his numbers,
I think their talent was good as Pittsburgh. You got Devontae
yeah,
Adams, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. I mean, they had a good team.
And
he stunk.
The Jets as a whole was not a very good team. The offense, he had decent numbers, I think with a better coach, I can't believe I'm even saying that with Mike Tomlin being our coach, and a better defense, he would be okay. But I really want Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson has still one of the best deep balls. He knows the offense. I think that's the better fit, but
I mean, I don't know if you can't get if Russell's going to cost you $20 million a year. I'm telling you right now, I would just stick with Mason Rudolph and Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to be a cancer. I just think he's there just to play games and play head games. That's all he ever does. I mean, honestly, I think his best place is go to Minnesota with J.J. McCarthy because they have a great team around them. And, J.J. McCarthy's not a proven quality.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think bringing Rodgers there would be a good deal.
I think bringing Rodgers there would be dynamic.
Yeah.
And it's funny because our buddy Brownie hates Aaron Rodgers. If he goes to Minnesota...
Oh, then he hates both quarterbacks. He hates the Michigan byproduct.
He said once they're out of college.
Oh, once they're out of college. Yeah. Okay. What a turn.
All right, so here's the thing. What if they miss on Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers? Do you draft somebody, for one, maybe if you trade up in the first round or somebody falls to you at 20, and then come June, Kirk Cousins is getting cut. If the Steelers still believe they're winners, do you sign him, you have your quarterback for the future, and you have a backup that is going to be okay? And it's going to be a shit show regardless, but I could see something like that happen. That's not far. I don't put anything past the Pittsburgh Steelers right now. This is not the team of the organization. It's not ran the same way. I wish it was. I wish Dan was still alive because he wouldn't put up with half this shit. And there's so many question marks for the organization.
This way, look, if they lose Russell Wilson and Rodgers, stick with Mason. Try to keep Cow Allen if you can, really cheap. I mean, Probably them 4 pennies would keep him there. And then draft somebody, not with your first pick. You can't. Wait to the second or third round. Maybe get a quarterback.
Well, we don't have a second round pick, so that's why I said
right.
maybe a third round.
Yeah,
I don't want to. I want to draft the kid from Michigan in the first round if we could. Not the guy that's going in the top 10. You guys got 2 defensive linemen.
Mason Graham and there's Will Johnson going in the top 10.
No. You have 2 defensive linemen that can go in the first round, and Mason Graham's going to go in the top 10, I think. So the other guy, I can't remember his name.
Well, Will Johnson's a cornerback.
Yeah, right.
Sat out like a
There's a defensive lineman from Ole Miss. There's a defensive lineman from Michigan, and I think they need to go. Yeah. And that's a different topic for a different day. But there was a ton of free agent action that happened this week. I want to get into some of it. Devontae Adams of the Rams. What do you think?
I think that's a great pickup, especially if they're getting rid of Cooper Kupp. Now you got Puka on one side, Devontae Adams on the other side. I mean, honestly, I think they're like a top 10 Super Bowl contender. I really do.
I think so. I still think Stafford has it, man.
Yeah.
And I didn't want him to come to Pittsburgh because I didn't think we could help him. Now that we have DK Metcalf, I think he would have been fine. But, yeah, they're still going to be good. Speaking of Cooper Kupp, I seen some destinations for him today. Because he's not going to come to Pittsburgh. I was hoping he would. I was hoping that maybe we would trade George Pickens and then settle for Cooper Kupp. Maybe draft a receiver. Oh, it's time.
Now they get a little tougher. Now they get a little tougher.
It's time.
And mine are still.
It's buzzer beater time.
That's right. Mine are still a little bit easy though, baby.
You're always easy.
Yeah, I like to be easy. Easy peasy, squeezy, deezy. All right, ready?
Sure.
The longest win streak in NBA history. I'm gonna give you multiple choice.
Okay, I don't think I know.
Okay, we're gonna go to Bulls, the Celtics, the Knicks, the Spurs, or the Lakers. Your top teams in the NBA.
So
longest win streak in NBA history.
Okay, so before you even said the answers, I was thinking the Warriors. You gave me 5, and they ain't even on there.
They were 6.
Okay, so you said the Spurs?
We got the Spurs, Knicks, Celtics, Bulls, Lakers. Longest win streak in NBA history.
I'm going to just go with Chicago. I'm going to go with Chicago.
That's a great pick. Any one of these would be a great pick. You got Popovich, you got the Knicks when they were good, but it was the Lakers. They had a 33-game winning streak.
Do you know what year? Do you have any? Was it like?
It had to be. I'll say this.
Was it the Magic years?
It had to be the Magic. And you know what? It's sad. I looked that up, how many games it was, but I didn't look at what year. But it was with Magic and Jabbar.
Okay, I was thinking when he gave the choices, I'm just listening.
Yeah,
when's the Warriors coming? All right, so mine. We're gonna go with a sports-related one. Okay. The Detroit Red Wings, the hockey team.
I heard of them.
They're known famously for their fans. They throw an item on the ice for good luck. Do you know what that item is? I have multiple choice, but do you know what it is?
Well, let me tell you something. You know that I haven't watched a hockey game in my life.
Okay.
I look at the scores all the time, see who's getting in the playoffs, this and that, but I don't know hockey. What they would throw on the ice, I'm gonna say something. Popsicles.
No, I'll give you multiple choice. You would have seen it, like if you watch Sports
but I
Center,
don't watch hockey.
But Sports Center would show
when
it.
hockey comes on Sports Center. It's when I make a sandwich.
Okay.
I make a drink.
Multiple choice.
Okay, that's
you
better.
can redeem yourself because it's not popsicles.
I figure it keeps them cold. They won't melt.
A squid.
A who?
A squid.
Like an octopus?
Well, like a squid. A squid is a squid. A B, rubber ducks. C, women's underwear. D, octopus.
Well, squid? And octopus, ain't it the same thing?
No, it's
Why
not.
A squid.
A squid is not an octopus.
A Squidward from what's that?
Squidward from SpongeBob is a squid.
It's a squid, but the squid.
It's not.
They
an
both
octopus.
shoot ink. If you poke him in the pussy, it goes. Ink hits you in the face. Either one. Yes, it does.
All right. What is your answer?
I'm gonna say. What was the first? What was there? I besides the squid and the octopus, which is the same thing.
Rubber ducks and women's underwear.
Ducks.
Nope.
Damn.
The answer is octopus. They throw live octopuses. There's videos.
Live ones? Isn't that inhumane?
No, it's raw.
Oh, okay.
It's dead. But
it's like sushi.
But what they do is they like tape it to their body and put it underneath their shirt, and then they before the game they'll throw that thing, and it's nasty. But that's what
Don't
they do.
they suck on their skin, them little tentacles?
Well, they're dead.
Oh.
But I mean, it's raw. Still nasty.
They probably pick them up and serve them as sushi.
It's still nasty.
That is nasty.
All right, so back to free agency.
Okay, free agency.
Buddy.
Did the Chiefs pick up anybody?
They just re-signed Kareem Hunt.
Oh, did they? Okay, I didn't know that.
You guys had a lot of running backs linked to you, and they must just be happy with that.
Okay, that's good.
So, Sam Darnold to the Seahawks. Wow, I thought they overpaid. We were talking about
$100 million.
We were talking about Cooper Kupp right before the alarm went off. One of his destinations is Seattle and Dallas. That's right now. That's room wherever you go. I think Seattle needs to go get somebody. Will it work with Darnold? I don't know, but they got to go get somebody. But Darnold, man,
I mean, could it be any? I don't think it's a step down from Geno Smith.
No, you're right.
If you
You're
put some
right.
talent, because Geno had some talent. You got Metcalf and Lockett.
Yeah.
Now if you
Both
get Cooper Kupp and somebody else.
Yeah, well, they have Jackson Smith and the Jig.
Oh, yeah,
that was their number. That was their number one
Yeah,
receiver.
he's a stud.
I feel bad
yeah.
for that dude because
Yeah.
he's young and he's bad himself right now. But you're right, it's an upgrade from Geno Smith. So's the contract. Sam Darnold. One thing I will say is he went to Minnesota, and that coach at Minnesota is like a quarterback guru.
Yeah.
What he did with Cousins, what he did with Darnold, man, is spectacular. We'll see if Darnold translates, but. I mean, Seattle, they knew they wanted Darnold. They traded Geno. I mean, I get it.
Who is our coach at Seattle?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
either.
I can't remember.
All right, so the next one we're going to talk about is DeAndre Hopkins and the Ravens.
Oh, that's who he went to. Chiefs got rid of him. He went to Baltimore.
Yep. He didn't do much for you guys.
No, he didn't.
And I was surprised by that.
I thought he was be a great pickup when Hollywood Brown went down with an injury, but. And he's still under 30 years old. I think he's 28, so it's not like he's old. So
yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? I mean, he can't hurt the team, I don't think. I mean, I don't believe he can hurt the Baltimore. So who else do they have?
Well, I outside of weapons, that was their pickup so far. There's a ton of free agents still out there that people were like, all the top guys are gone. No, there's a ton of guys still out there that will be picked up in the next week or so. The next guy I wanted to talk about was Joey Bosa going to Buffalo, man. I think he's not what he used to be, but the Buffalo Bills needed that edge rusher, and I think they went and got a solid veteran. He's going to perform for them. The Buffalo Bills should be all in, and that was a good pickup for them.
Yeah, that's what Bosa came from the Chargers, right?
Yep.
Okay, they kept talking about him teaming up with his brother at San Francisco.
Yeah, that was a rumor for a while that 49ers were going to go pick him up. But the Bills went out and got Josh Palmer from the Chargers. Not thrilled about that, in my opinion. Just another guy, if you will. I think they still need to go get him somebody more spectacular to help him out. On the list, I have the Bears, man. Right now, the Bears are making some of the most quiet moves. They traded for 2 offensive linemen, one from the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They went and signed a center. I think he's from the Falcons. Don't quote me. But they address an issue right now, fixing up the offensive line because they know they got their future quarterback. I'm excited to see what the Bears will do.
Yeah, I tell you what, they're surrounding Caleb Williams with some talent. I mean, they got a coach that could be really good, and they should be okay this year. I really believe that. I do. If Caleb Williams could, I mean, he came out of the gate fast last year, then he kind of backpedaled. So
Yeah.
I mean, like the talent's there to give him all the help he needs.
What about the one that kind of broke my heart this week was Justin Fields to the Jets. 2 years, $40 million. The Steelers, they had a similar contract in place. He wanted to go play with the Jets. They signed a tight end from Ohio State. They signed a center from Ohio State. He gets to go play with Garrett Wilson. The Jets are the new Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah, no shit. I don't mean to change teams here, but how ironic is this? The Browns get Pickett. Okay, why? With even trade with...
We're going to get there. Go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay. And now they're going to talk to Russell Wilson. Pickett's got to be like, really? That's why I left the Steelers, because I had to battle Russell
Yeah,
Wilson.
yeah.
And, I mean, I just... Here's the thing with the Browns. They are the worst franchise I've ever seen in my life. Just the dumbest. Even signing Myles Garrett I thought was dumb. Get your draft picks. Build your team up. I mean... I don't know how they get any cap space to sign anybody besides Kenny Pickett and Russell Wilson.
One of my friends from work, and you know him, one of my respected Browns fans, Mike Carmen, man, he was like, whenever they signed KP8, they're like, yes, he's going to suck. We're going to go out. We're going to go lose all these games. He wants Arch Manning. That's a very good outlook. But if Russell Wilson goes to Cleveland... One, Kenny Pickett's going to be mad because he's not starting. Yeah. Two, you guys aren't going to lose enough games to be the number one overall pick. And that would be like sitting you guys in limbo. Like, there's
I'll tell you what, I can see them being in the top three. Well, Manning will probably go first unless something drastic happens. Because who do they have? They have Jerry Jeudy, right? They still have Jerry Jeudy?
Yep.
Who's their running back? They're not keeping Chubb.
No, they don't know.
I doubt if they keep him. I mean, who did... Boy, they're the worst.
So I jokingly, before the Browns traded for Kenny Pickett, I was like, man, if we could bring back KP8 plus DK14 equals 7 rings. It's time.
It's time to make you look stupid.
I only have one more question.
Well, I got a few of them. I'm going to ask you, I'm going to get off the sports one. I'm going to ask you something different. Let's see.
JR, it's not garage beer lime this week.
Actually, I had more questions than I thought. I'm going to go this one.
How about save some for you?
Yeah, I am going to say one. I'm going to go the drunkest state in America.
West Virginia.
I'm going to ask you the questions. You give me the...
Was that right?
I'm going to let you know in a second.
Okay.
It's the drunkest state in America.
Okay.
Now think about this.
Toronto, Ohio.
Yeah.
If it was cities.
Yeah, well, maybe you're thinking of Toronto, Canada. That's a state. Okay, we're going to... Drunkest state in America. Georgia, West Virginia, Wisconsin, New York, or Texas?
So... the obvious answer is West Virginia, but I feel like it's not the right answer. Let's go Wisconsin.
You're right. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is, I was like, how is Wisconsin the most drunkest state? It's like the most drunkest people per capita or whatever. Like, it's not necessarily
my logic is, what is there to do in the state of Wisconsin?
It's not necessarily selling the most alcohol, because I think that was California, like selling alcohol, but the drunkest state was Wisconsin. But after I thought about it, like, you ever watch their offense every week in football? You know how much they're drinking? I mean, seriously. I'd be fucked up every Saturday.
What else? I mean, the Wisconsin sports is okay, but like, I feel like being in Wisconsin, what else would you be able to do besides...
As smart as you was guessing that answer, the least was West Virginia.
Wow, you've almost...
West Virginia and Utah.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, wow. Honest to God, it was like the most drunk.
You Mountaineer fans... You guys surprised me because I thought you guys were big drinkers. You guys talk a big game.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Maybe they just get drunk at the football games like Wisconsin does.
Yeah.
Like Wisconsin must be doing a lot more. They said they have the most counties of drunk people than any other state in America. Wisconsin.
All right, so my question.
Okay.
It's going to be a part A and a part B. Too many questions. But you're a movie buff, right?
I consider myself a movie buff,
all right.
yes.
The movie The Matrix.
Of all the movies, I go ahead. I know one guy in there.
All right, Neo.
That's the black guy.
No,
Lawrence Fishburne.
That's the main character.
Oh no.
Yeah, Neo is the main character.
Oh, then that's the guy from John Wick.
Yeah, John Wick.
What's his name?
I don't know.
God darn it.
What is his name?
Oh, jeez Louise.
Straight forgot. All right.
He acts the same in every movie.
Okay. All right. In the movie Matrix, Neo, what color pill did he take to go into the Matrix? The blue pill or the red pill?
Oh, it was blue.
No, it was red. It should have been blue.
Yeah, the blue
It
puts me in my
should've-
matrix.
What the hell was that guy's name?
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
There you
Keanu
go.
Reeves.
Keanu
Good job.
Reeves.
That-
Yeah,
all right.
Okay.
Another one, real quick. The movie Castaway with Tom
Hanks in this soccer ball.
What was the name of the volleyball?
Mr. Voit.
Oh,
What's it?
Mr. Voit. It was Wilson.
Oh,
Mr. Voit. I gave you two layups.
But wasn't there a Voit? Wasn't there?
There was a Voit shoe back then, but it wasn't. I don't think they had a volleyball.
Yeah, there was a ball named Voit.
So you see the ball in the ocean. Voit! Voit! Well said! Well said!
Shit.
Wow.
Why did I say Voit?
Because you're an idiot. That's why you said Voit. All right.
I got to avoid them questions.
Yeah. Back to the football talk. Are you ready?
I do have another question for you.
Oh, you want
can
to
wait till later.
No, all right.
We got 10 more
Well,
minutes.
yeah. Well, we're gonna have another. You're gonna be asking me because I only did 4 this week.
Okay, that's okay.
All right.
You're
So
not, you're not prepared for your own shit. I get that.
I ain't the one that come up with the topics.
Mm-hmm.
I bring you on for straight comedy, and you nail it out of the park every time. All right, Daniel Jones of the Colts to go play with Anthony Richardson. I was scared to death that Daniel Jones was going to be the starting quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, that's where he went to the Colts?
He went to the
Daniel
Colts,
Jones,
yeah.
did he? Well, they're going to stink again.
Yes, they are. Yeah, and it's going to be a quarterback battle. And
Oh, God. The Colts do have some talent, but Daniel Jones, good Lord. I don't even
you
say
should
about
hear
that.
the guys that work, the defenders of Daniel Jones. He never had talent. He never had a good offense. Never talent around him.
I mean, I give him that. I will. I mean, here you got Jonathan Taylor, which is pretty damn good. Who's their wide receivers?
Michael Pittman.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, they got some guys, you know. Josh Downs. They have some good receivers, but I wouldn't want him, man. I've seen him run on a Monday night or Sunday night game and trip over his own feet when he had no one around him. I don't want that guy. I'm glad that he didn't end up. Another one, Najee Harris to the Chargers.
Yeah, I don't know. Najee just... Did you see the stat? Jim Harbaugh,
All right.
in his career, his longest run from scrimmage, Jim Harbaugh, the quarterback,
Oh, I know what Najee's is. So.
41 yards.
All right, Najee's is 37.
37. Now, Jim Harbaugh has the longest run from scrimmage than Najee Harris, a running back out of national championship Alabama. Jim Harbaugh got a longer run than him. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I still think it's an upgrade from J.K. Dobbins. The availability
Yeah.
alone. Najee Harris.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't fumble. He saw
Yeah,
when he
yeah,
plays.
he
And
doesn't-
And you don't. Here's the thing. I don't think Tomlin and his coaching staff, I don't think they develop players whatsoever. I don't. I think going to Harbaugh, I think Najee will be a better player there. I truly believe that. They got a better quarterback. If the Chargers can get a receiver, a couple receivers, I'm telling you what, they're going to be someone to reckon with, and that will open up for Najee Harris. I think he'll develop Najee better than what they did at Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I still think they need to go get a weapon or two for Justin Herbert. Yep, I was going to say, it's time, buddy.
I'm getting parched. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, buddy.
To me, winning the bracket challenge in a couple weeks.
Yeah, to the audience is to see him looking like
So-
a bitch.
There was one guy I wanted to talk about. I think is going to be the key to maybe the Minnesota Vikings jumping from the second seed in the NFC North to winning the division. They went out and got a guy named Jonathan Allen to shore up the defensive line, man. One of the most, I would say, underappreciated free agents. They went out and nailed him. That was a great pickup for the Vikings. I see the Vikings being a dark horse to win the NFC, man. They're completely loaded. They're not afraid of Detroit. Detroit is the sexy pick. Do I want Minnesota to win? Not really, but they're a good team, man.
Well, I mean, they were a good team last year. They went 14-3 last year, so I don't know how,
I mean,
how it's a dark horse.
Well,
I mean,
I'm just saying, well,
the quarterback is a big.
and
big
everybody's
issue,
going to be
yeah.
on Jaden Daniels and the Commanders, the Lions. They don't really know who's going to start at Minnesota. Are they going to just unleash J.J. McCarthy and just hope for the best? Why
are you leaving out Philadelphia?
Yeah, the Super Bowl champions.
They did lose some key players this year, but they're still going to be there.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it like you said, it's going to come down to me, Philly, Washington, Minnesota, and who was the other team you said? NFC team?
Washington.
I said Washington. And
Detroit.
Philly. Detroit.
Minnesota.
Yeah, those are it. That's it.
And the Rams are a dark horse as well.
And you're right. Those are going to be the top 5 teams out
Speaking of the Eagles, they lost Josh Sweat. That was one of their best pass rushers to the Arizona Cardinals. So that was a good pickup for the Cardinals. I don't know where it puts them, but that was a decent pickup.
I tell you what, Gantwell went to the Steelers, right?
Yeah, Kenneth Gainwell.
Gainwell. He's pretty good. They lost Darius Slay, which I don't know if he was that good. He was hurt a little bit. But a good pickup for the Steelers. I mean, Philly lost, I think, like you said, a defense. They're still going to be there. It's going to be tough, but there's going to be teams knocking on the door.
Well, I was excited about the Darius Slay pickup. I really was. And I talked to some Eagle fans at work, asked him if he was washed, because he's 34 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So he missed some games, missed some time. They thought he was washed. That's why they went out last year. Back-to-back first and second round picks. They go get their corners. They got their corners set for the future. They was able to get rid of Darius Slay. In my opinion, I think Darius Slay is going to be helpful for the Steelers. One, it's going to show Joey Porter Jr. how professional.
It might guide him and make him a better
player. And just because he wasn't as good as the Young Bucks that the Eagles picked up doesn't mean it's not an upgrade for a position for the Steelers. You know.
No, I agree. I think it's just to tutor him to be a better player. I think it was a good pickup.
Right. So, other than that, the free
Oh, I got a question.
It's time. Actually, I'm done with the free agent talk, so we'll be moving on after this.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I'm going to do. It's going to be the country with the largest average penis size.
What the hell?
I did my research.
I know it ain't any Asians.
Well, it ain't the USA with you and Wildebeest.
Okay, so
you made the average come down 2 inches. Woo! Anyways, here's your choices.
All right, I'm waiting for the country from Africa.
Well, I'm gonna give. You're being awful biased. First of all, I'm gonna go USA.
I'm in the country of the United States. I'm bringing the average down.
Average penis size. Okay, USA. Woo! Venezuela, Jamaica, Sudan, or Ecuador? Largest average penis size.
I'm going to say it's Jamaica.
Ah, damn. This is what's funny. It's actually Sudan, 7.1 inches. God damn.
Why are we talking about the male?
Jamaica was 6.8. So you were close. Just one little, like a quarter piece of Viagra, you would have been right there with Sudan.
So,
well, since you're the USA, they were actually ranked 68 at 5.6, so you'd have to take 2 Viagra.
So what's more embarrassing, me getting that wrong, or you looking that question up and scrolling through the answers?
well, at least I'd have to scroll through no penises. I thought they were going to show me pictures and I had to measure them.
All right, so the next. Where we're going to go in the next segment.
You do it, buddy.
Facebook. I went out and asked on Hainsey's Cave Talk. You guys picked the top 5 this week. We're going to rank it. I had a bunch of suggestions. Places to eat in Pittsburgh. Places to eat in the Ohio Valley. My favorite sports moments in Pittsburgh. Which, Carson, I'm going to do that one day. I'm not doing it today, but top 5 sports moments in Pittsburgh history, for me, that's a personal thing. With him, I don't want to hear what he has to say.
Let's just do my favorite sports moments in Mingo.
Do we have?
I said my favorite sports moments.
It's going to be me smoking you in cornhole, right?
Well, me striking out with the bases loaded at Babe Ruth League. I got a lot of, great
moments. I had some great suggestions, but what are we going with this week?
You said something about our favorite restaurants within the immediate area, maybe within a half an hour. Our favorite restaurants.
Yeah, hours. So CJ Rose, thank you for commenting. Top 5 restaurants in the Ohio Valley. That's where we're going. Within an hour distance. That keeps it kind of close. I'll let you lead off. What's your number 5?
Okay, let me separate my cheat sheets here. I don't know which one I already used and which one I didn't.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. If Andre the Giant ends up on another list.
Let's see it. Number 5. Well, I got to go with where I work. It's Bruno's Pizza. How can I not put that in the top 5 list? The pizza's delicious, the salads are delicious, and I'm delicious, and I work there and serve it.
No,
So Bruno's is number 5.
That's going to deter the listeners and watchers.
No.
It's a small pizza place that doesn't pay any money for plugs, but you go ahead.
Well, I will tell you this. I'm going to tell you what. I just have a tie at 5th. It was Bruno's Pizza and it was Crazy Mexican out of West Virginia.
Oh, good.
Those are my. That was
Right.
my number 5. It was a toss up, but Bruno's is my heart. But you know,
Hey, I can't. I'm not gonna. It's your list. My number 5 is the Ville Restaurant in Steubenville. One thing I will say about the Ville is if you're not in the mood for something, they have everything, and they do well at everything. So the variety's mass. Sometimes bigger menu doesn't mean better, but in this case, if you go to the Ville hungry and you're not sure what you want, there is something on the menu, and I would suggest it. Everything I've ever had at the Ville is awesome. What do you think?
well, I agree with you. That's
right.
a good choice. My number 4, I put down Longhorn. I mean, I don't eat out a lot.
I just had Longhorn yesterday.
Yeah, it's a very good place. It's a reasonable price. You can get out of there with drinks and dinner under $100, and I think it's very good. Like the steak, seafood, everything. It's like I said, for $26, $27, you get a steak, all your side dishes, and you can't beat it. It tastes very good.
Well, we went yesterday. I took Kylie up to a college orientation. We stopped there. They had a lunch special. I got a half-pound burger. It was absolutely amazing. Shasta got some shrimp. Very, very good. And, of course, the teenage daughter got a steak, but she loved it as well. Longhorn's a very good choice.
Yes.
My number 4, Yorgos. Yorgos, very underrated. Could have been in my top 2. If you like Greek, if you like authentic Greek, he nails it. So good. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, amazing. If you don't like Greek, he is spectacular at whatever's on the menu. Very, very good. Very, very underrated place. It's special in my heart. Where are you going, buddy?
I actually had, that was tied for my number 3. And I'll tell you something, his breakfast. I mean, as long as you live close, because I got a gyro omelet one time.
Oh, it's the best.
Cheese, lamb meat, you name it. Oh, man, I got in a car after I ate it, and good God, thank God I lived within 7 minutes. Because trust me, I needed to hit the toilet really fast. That's how fast it went.
Actually, Yorgos breakfast is my favorite.
Yeah.
Like you said, your omelet. I get tomatoes, onions on mine with cheese. They give you a little pita. Oh my God, it's spectacular.
I get the lamb meat, but like I said, all that grease.
I get lamb meat. Yeah, I get lamb meat as well.
Good golly.
All right.
Okay, so we're at number 3.
Yeah, my number 3.
I didn't give number 3.
Yeah, you did. That was
I
yours,
said
right?
My tie for number 3 was Yorgos and the Ville. I agree with you on there. The
Okay,
Ville
Ville's
and
on top.
Yorgos was number 3.
All right, so go ahead and just talk about the Ville a little bit.
Listen, the Ville's my place. I mean, if you need a drink, they're the best around.
Yep.
They're stiff. They're good. The food. Listen, is it a high class restaurant? No, but like he said, it's a big menu with a variety of food. You can find something there you want.
Yeah.
But everything is solid. It's everything is good. You leave full. It's a reasonable price, and like I said, their drinks are amazing. Their Long Islands, their shots, everything you get there. You get your money's worth. You really do.
All right, so just to piggyback on his point, what is your favorite item on the Ville's menu?
I'm going to tell you what, I got a friend of mine that works there. When he's there, he's been there since the Ville's been there.
All right.
Henry Taglione. But I ordered this shrimp pasta there. And I'm going to tell you what, it's good regardless. But when he's there and he sees me out there, even though he's a Ohio State fan and I'm a Michigan fan, he takes care of me.
He has class.
Yeah, he has class. You're right, he does. And I'm going
He's
to
a
tell you
Ohio
what,
State fan. Of
that
course he
shrimp
does.
primavera with the penne pasta, and I put the hot pepper seeds on it, with the oil and garlic. Oh my Lord, it's
And see, my favorite
let's
item
forget
on
the
the menu
zucchini, the fried zucchini.
is stuffed mushrooms, absolutely lobster stuffed mushrooms, and any of their salads. Their house dressing is amazing.
Yes.
That's if I had to order one item on our menu, is the salad, man. So that's how wide verse they
Their
are.
homemade soups, all their soups are delicious. They probably, besides my mom, I think they have the best wedding soup I've had, because even when my mom quit making it, she always wanted me to go up on a Wednesday to get their wedding suit.
That's awesome. All right, so moving on. My number 3 is a little restaurant some people may not have heard of. Most people around this area might not know what it is. Washington, PA. There's a seafood boil restaurant called Seafood Tango. I've made it many a times. I've had a group of friends go. One year they wasn't impressed. I wasn't on that particular time, but since then it has been absolutely amazing. If you're a lover of seafood, they nail it, man. It's so good. The buttery garlic parm like sauce that they put on it, just a boil, and you create your own. I love seafood, and if you do, that's number 3 on my list. Go ahead, we're getting into the top 2.
I'm actually number 2 right now. Well, number 2 is out of Wheeling, down by the island, on the island. It's called Golden Chopsticks. Chinese. When Hunan shut down in Steubenville,
I heard really high things.
Golden Chopsticks, I'm going to tell you what, for a Chinese restaurant, they have specials every day. Delicious restaurant. Every time I would go down to Mount or Wheeling Downs, I'd always stop there first and eat. I mean, they have a variety of dishes, and it's one of my favorite Chinese restaurants in the area.
All right.
That's my number 2.
My number 2, I'm a huge Japanese steakhouse fan, and I love it. There's not one that I've ever walked away from that said it's not good, because I'm a huge fan of all of it. But on number 2 on my list is down at the Highlands, the Fusion Japanese Steakhouse. For years, I went there for my birthday. They absolutely knock a home run out of the park. If you love Japanese, you love steakhouses, they just have a wide variety. Very, very good. I absolutely love it. That's my number 2. Where's your number 1? I'm very curious, because we have not listed a particular type of food, but we're leaning both that way, so I'm curious.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. I got 2 at number 1. 2 at number 1.
You can't have 2 at 3, 2 at number 1. You got to make a decision.
Because I started thinking a little more about this, but like when you brought up Fusion Restaurant.
Ichiban?
No, Benihana's.
Oh, Benihana's.
Benihana's is probably my favorite place.
It's very good.
It's so good, but it's very expensive, and what he pays me here, I can't afford it. So when I can't afford Benihana's,
you're not worth Benihana's.
Well, yes, I am. I am. I'm 92% of the show that makes the wheels go round. Well, let me tell you something. Benihana's, when I can afford it, it's Benihana's. But when I gotta dummy down a little bit, my favorite place to eat is the Y at 109 Wabash. That's right.
Oh,
That's
my
right.
God.
I got the smorgasbord. Carrie, my woman.
Is that number 2?
That's the number 1 place to eat. It's the Y at 109 Wabash. And don't make reservations. And no. It's only for me. For my lips only. So stay away. But I'm going to tell you what. It's the greatest place to eat.
I don't want to say when I walk my dog past 109 Wabash around that area.
Well, you're not smelling barbecue, baby.
I get a little seafood, and I'm a big fan of seafood, but I call, there's no reservations. It's closed for business.
Guess what? It's booked up 7 days a week. You can't get in. It's only for me.
All right, my number 1.
Okay, gotta top that, bitch.
Yeah, you just did a top 7. You did a top 7. I gotta tell Carrie that she's my favorite restaurant, so I could drink shots and not get made fun of. All right, my number 1 restaurant of all time, over in Weirton, West Virginia, Chico Fiesta, man. Authentic Mexican. Everything I've ever had. Their drinks are great. Food is great. If I say, you want to go out to eat, babe, and she says it's my choice, it's Chico Fiesta. I love Mexican. I've had Mexican everywhere else. It's good, but there's nothing like Chico Fiesta over in Weirton.
Nope.
I have a couple honorable mentions. You have any extra?
Those are my honorable mentions. Like when I had that tie, those
your honorable mentions. Why?
Yeah. No, that's now wait a minute now, big boy. Anyways, like he said, Chico Fiesta, he's right. I picked Crazy Mexican just because I eat there a little bit more often than there. But those are both great Mexican restaurants. And you can't go wrong with either one.
Well, what I will say about Crazy Mexican, it's located in Weirton as well. If you're going for a drinking atmosphere, Crazy Mexican is a spot. If you're going, in my opinion, if you're going for the authentic, just a Mexican dinner, because their bar at Chico Fiesta is this big. I mean, there's pluses and minuses, but it's my favorite restaurant. Now I have a couple honorable mentions. Theo Yanni's, man.
Yeah,
Theo Yanni's.
You're right. They were. I was thinking about them too. You're right.
Another Greek restaurant over in Weirton. In my opinion, they have the best, like, Euro pizza, man. Oh, with the gyro meat on it. Yeah,
very, very,
very, very good.
Yes, it
and
is.
then another one, and I don't like to go out to Italian places to eat. I like Italian at home, but Naples has always been Naples and Stoneville. It's always been a special place, man.
Yeah.
For me, it's the Meatball Hill they're famous for, but I love it all, man.
I mean, there was like other places like La Cucina's in Weirton, which I just haven't eaten there enough. But every time I've been there 3 times, and it's always been delicious. That Pastello in Wintersville is supposed to be absolutely, but once again, it's
but I've never had it. So
exactly. It's like a Benihana's type price, and I don't go there very often. And I'm going to tell you where we're going next Thursday for March Madness. Strikers Bowling Alley.
Very underrated for
Very
food.
underrated. I've never had a bad meal there. I really haven't. I mean, I could have put them in there. They were like an honorable mention. I mean, we don't live in a great place with a lot of fancy restaurants. We have a lot of good hometown little mom and pops.
In Ohio Valley, you and I didn't even name the wing places. There's so many places around our area that are so good with wings. Basil's, Hillsboro, Drover's, the Townhouse. We just have a lot of places. Strikers got good wings. Yeah. I mean, we are real spoiled when it comes to food in the Ohio Valley. We really are.
Yep. Yes, we are. Agree. And it's cheap too. It really is.
Yeah. So, but as far as like conversation topics, this is it for the week, man. I think we didn't keep it a lot into sports. It's going to start tapering down. I'm really excited about 2 weeks. We're away from the opening day of baseball, so we'll talk a little bit of baseball. Yeah. But before we get out of here, go see my buddy Spaghetti Show. He's on YouTube. He's on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and some Castbox. And then go see my buddies on the 33 Lounge. They're on all those platforms as well. But every Friday, we're going to be here. And even with the tournament going on, next Friday, I'm going to be doing it. You with me?
Oh, let's see. That'd be Thursday, March. Yeah. I'm going to be here.
Yeah. So
I got to work that Saturday for St. I actually didn't ask for the St. Patty's Day weekend off, so I can do your show.
That's a lot more fun.
I wish I'd have remembered it because I would have taken it off. I just blew a snot bubble on your mic.
Until I can invest in a better co-host, you're with me, buddy.
Well, good luck finding that.
Yeah, so
you might as well go after Aaron Rodgers then.
All joking aside, man, always a good time.
The best.
Always.
The best.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is it for the week, man. So we're out of here.
See ya. We'll come back and talk to you about March Madness.
Yeah, later. Make sure I stop.